When I saw these bees from this aircraft carrier in this weird place, I could tell right away that they were just at their limit. By the time I get to the bees, they're very exhausted. When they're swarming, they're looking for a place to live, and you don't know how long they've been out there looking. You don't know what they've been through. It was kind of a dire situation for them. Right away, I just set up my box and I started scooping them with my hand and trying to get them in. And I always set up my box so that they can march into the entrance so that they can go in easily. People always say, well, why don't they just fly? Why are they crawling or why are they running? And it's like, well, why don't you run everywhere? Because it's tiring. It's really tiring. And these bees were like super exhausted. They just started rushing into my box and they were very enthusiastic and they fan their little wings to tell each other, like, come this way, come this way. I try to get the biggest handful possible and keep them together because they want to be together. They feel protected and safe and warm when they're together. So I try to get a big handful right away into the box. After they all went in my box, I set them up in my backyard. Beautiful. I usually bring the bees there on a temporary basis and I'll keep them for like a couple of weeks just to make sure that they have their queen, that they're recovering okay from the rescue and that they're doing well.
Hello. Let's see, are there any eggs in here? Ooh, some honey. Nice. Ooh, there are eggs.
A lot of beekeepers name their queen bees, but I like to name the colony because honeybees are like a super organism, and I think that's something that's really cool about them, that they're like this collective animal. So it's not just the queen that's important, it's really the whole colony. I like to name the colonies after where I got them from. For example, I'll call it the Midway Rescue Colony. My relationship with bees just was really organic. I started out just reading about them, and right away I just feel like I fell in love with them. I never bought bees. I started right away just rescuing them, and people started finding out that I was doing that, and more people would call me. A typical week of beekeeping, anything could happen really. The compost bin rescue was tough just because I was trying to figure out how can I get in here without damaging them. I think one of the most common misconceptions about bees is that they are kind of out to get people, that they're just flying around and they're ready to sting. When actually bees don't want to sting, that's not their goal. They're just out living their lives, trying to find flowers, and if they come up to you, it's very unlikely that they're trying to sting you. They might just think that you smell nice or that you have a bright color on, or they're just tired. Honeybees are super important because they're pollinators and they're pollinating a lot of the things that we eat. So an eggplant is a flower first and it has to be pollinated before it can grow into an eggplant. Pollinators and honeybees and other types of bees are helping to hold up the whole ecosystem because 80% of the plants on Earth need to be pollinated. So that's why it's super important to have bees and to have beekeepers taking care of them and, making sure that they're healthy.